Hello, good evening everybody, Gru here. Welcome to Dragon Age Veilguard. If we jump in, let's jump in. Please give me one moment of your time as you make some minor adjustments. Watcher's robes, common appearance, what? Why is that being highlighted? Yesterday, or the day before actually, there was no stream yesterday. We changed our appearance, we completed Necropolis, pretty much. And I believe we were going to Aitash.
Zishsam Othtar, Lok Oshkasam Pikop. We have come to the store to search for melon. Stupid crisp consonants.
Hey, whatever works, Tash. You're doing well, learning about your heritage. This is our place, right? Watcher's robes common. Is this supposed to be new because we already have it? Wait, where did we get this from? Because we haven't had this before. We have a white version of these robes. Where did you come from? Looks like that's the only one that's turned up. You know, that also goes with our helmet. Somewhat. I've decided, rather than going for that mech suit looking one, let's go for this one. Looks kind of cool. Yeah, save it. Did we get anything for staffs? Don't think so. I've had no time at all whatsoever to farm any money. Sorry. Did a double shift yesterday, that's why I wasn't able to stream. Knackered. I just had like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. And I'm really feeling it. Like really feeling it. Oh, so tired. So very tired. Yeah, not seeing anything. Okay. We were gonna go to Arlethan Forest, I think. I'm still amazed how good our hair is. I hope if there's one thing they take away from this game into the future games, especially like Mass Effect, is the hair. Which is a funny thing to say. Right, we have to get this haunting in Arlethan Forest. Let's go over to Arlethan again. And then we gotta fight some dudes. We're gonna take... Who should we take? We should take Bellara, because she's a well jumper and that's her region. And we'll take... He applies nothing. Absolutely nothing. Let me change that old Devon. And then we focus everything on here. You apply overwhelmed. And you detonate death from above. Okay, this will sync with Bellara. Death from above. So what do we want to remove? Deals bonus armor damage, knocks back enemies. That's good. Grants invulnerable for a short period of time. Once. So if we're going to do anything, we've got to get rid of this one. There you go. Now you can sync up with Blara. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't it just wonderful different? Oh, we got no new armor, but it's got to stick to it. We do have this, however. Let's take a look-see. You're currently doing 25% damage versus 20 enemies, and you can get when Devon's weapon damage is converted. Oh, weapon damage is converted to fire. Let's go for taunted. We're gonna have to use that a bit. His current one is attack my target applies vulnerability to fire damage. Attack my target applies burning versus darkspawn. He's not really doing any fire damage though, is he? Are these fire? It is fire. Perfect. I think he's good. $25, yeah, I already saw that. Good. Not bad. We are ready to go. Outstanding. Shortcut unlocked. Does that say that all the time?
Patrols have checked in. They found some more relics.
Does any of those valuables lying around? Okay, Morrigan's gone, so that's a good thing. I mean, considering we're meeting up with the Min Rapids.
You get any new stock? An odd bit or bob. Bits and bobs for just the right price.
Oh, we need money to rank you up. Oh, we had everything but the money. Right, we just left you as is, didn't we? Shoot. Well, that won't do. Which didn't damage was fate touched enemies. That's a Blara. We'll be back.
Send your friends my way.
Okay, we gotta focus a little bit more here. We really need desperately a whole heck of a lot of money. Hi, does anybody want to talk to us? Guess not. Hey, Amberco. Thank you for dropping in and dropping a follow. Appreciate you. How are you doing? I'm fine, thank you very much. I'm good. How are you? How are you, my friend? You doing well? I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, looks like the haunting isn't that far away. It's just literally right over here. We're just going to clear out, do some exorcism.
On your guard. I could use the practice.
Great!
1 second. Good night.
A win for us.
Is it my favorite game? It's hard to say just quite yet. But I have played the previous games in the series, Origins, Dragon Age 2, and Inquisition. And yeah, those were amongst my favorites. This one is a bit different. It's a bit more action RPG. But I'm liking it, enjoying it so far. Some of the writing is a little bit less sophisticated than previous games, which is a bit sad. But it's good. The combat is good. And the overall lore and the story is pretty good. How about you? Have you played this, or are you interested in the game? I've got to say, it's really fun to play. Especially when you level up and gain some skills and abilities.
Righto!
Okay, you want us to go up above here, right? Yeah, how about yourself? What game are you playing now? Are you a fan of Dragon Age?
Here they come.
Over there. That could be the haunting spirit Myrna told us about.
The Veil Jumpers talk about a spirit roaming these...
Yeah, that definitely looks like a haunted spirit. So let's give him a warm welcome. Vilara, could you offer a little bit of a detonation to our little friend?
Twice, since the gods showed up. I mean, it's called the Nocturnus. It was stolen by the gods. So now, it steals other people's dreams.
Right.
I'm ready.
And could you give him a bit of a haircut?
One less spirit stirring of trouble.
Arlithan sure doesn't need any more. Trouble, that is.
Is he dead? Well, that was quick. I'm playing this on PC. Yeah, I'm PC all the way at the moment. Runs pretty smoothly on PC. We got Fade Light, Necrotic Damage, Orb. I don't think so.
Maybe now he'll get the sleep that was stolen from him.
Okay, that was relatively pretty easy. But I admit. Is that a... Ah, that is something. Okay, we got like 2 tough enemies to fight over here apparently, I think. No? Where are you? Find the demon in Arlington. This one first. And he's right over yonder. We'll just fast travel there if possible. This way. Up we go to fight a little tiny demon.
Balara, how does someone have a good time breaking their arm on an Aravel?
No, that part hurt.
Sorry, Belara, 1 second. Probably best to save after defeating that enemy. Another save alert is in progress. Whoops.
Both of them, actually. Then I passed out.
Sounds like a real party.
Can we save now?
It's what came after. Learning the remedies, seeing how a bit of that bark mixed with a dash of this flower healed.
You sound like Harding in her garden.
But all the
There's something
Is
over there.
here. This thing?
What were we saying? You sound like Harding in her garden.
But
It's not enough you disturb my sleep. Now you interrupt my journey in the waking world.
That sounds...
Okay, that's a big boy. Let's try and disrupt his journey in the waking world. A little bit more.
He's like the trapped demon in the necropolis.
The great contention. I'll flay you alive. Find the treasure I prepared.
See? That's gonna hurt. Could you guys focus on this one for the moment? Exactly. That's what I'm finding. I'm kind of new, but PC only started like a year and a half ago. But I'm enjoying it, especially the modding when it comes to it.
Get clear!
Concentrate on him, please. Thank you, Lara.
Way to go, Balara!
Let's do that. Nice.
That demon knew us. It sounded exactly like the one trapped behind that sealed door in the necropolis.
Sure did.
Some powerful spirits can project splits of themselves. That must be what the one back home in the vaults is doing.
Let's see what he gave us. Times Worn Mage Knife. 20% Arcane Bomb trigger damage. Triggering Arcane Bomb now also staggers enemies around your target. Gain 250 health on triggering an Arcane Bomb. You know what? That sounds like it's really good. Let's try it out. There's nothing to lose. Oh no, I'm not a pro streamer. I'm just a lone, lonely man trying to just, have some fun while streaming. Hope you're enjoying it, by the way. Is there anything left here? I'd say we've been streaming for about 2 years now, roughly, give or take. About 2 years. Okay, we defeated this demon. Thanks, man. How about yourself? How long have you been... you don't stream, do you, by any chance? I'm just checking which quests we have left. So, the Wall of Valor, the Grey Wardens, which we haven't even touched yet. Docktown. Let's go to Docktown and deal with the second demon. Yo, feel free. Yeah, absolutely. Make your introduction. It's all good. However you want to do it. Let me guess. What can I guess about you? I'm gonna say you're a creative artist. Talented, ambitious, young, youthful, focused, dedicated. I'm calling it. Right, where's the second demon gonna be? You are... Oh, interesting. We haven't even discovered you. Say what? In that case... How do we get to you? Let's take the old-fashioned way. We'll just walk and run across. What is this? Harsh talks. Those guys with the sickles. Been trying to figure out what the Venatori with the sickles are doing. They're fighting weird, swinging them almost like axes, but a sickle's blade doesn't face outward like an axe blade does. A sickle's blade faces down perpendicular to the handle. You'd swing it to chop down more or hook onto something if you were trying to catch hold and then climb, or an expert would snap their wrist back right as they're connected so that the blade twists along the point of impact. That's how you cut through stuff clearly with a single slice. These guys are clearly trained, so why fight that way? Update. Talked with Nev. It's because they aren't trying to get quick kills. They're trying to make bleeding wounds. The weapons are enchanted. They use blood magic to do their fancy wrenching and jumping around tricks. Assholes. Well. Remember what this place used to be like? Why am I adding to the destruction? Rest in peace, Lorelei. I haven't found what happened to our legendary items. Unique items she's selling. Doesn't really matter at this point.
I really got nothing for you.
Is anybody gonna clear these dead bodies? Right, let's find out how we get to wherever we need to get to face this demon. Apparently this way. Sorry, I have very little money. I need to conserve. You know what? No. Take money. I can get some more. Hopefully I'll have time tomorrow to do a bit more farming. You just sell cheeses.
Unfortunate times we live in. Some cheese to cheer you up?
No, cheese will never cheer me up. Except when it's on pizza. Okay, we need to go up. I feel like I should be talking to like I'm talking to like Lassie or something. You need to go up, boy? Are you sure?
Balara, how does someone have a good time breaking their arm on an Aravel?
No, that part hurt. Broke both of them, actually. Then I passed out.
Sounds like a real party.
It's what came after. Learning the remedies, seeing how a bit of that bark mixed with a dash of this flower could heal.
You sound like Harding in her garden.
But all the little pieces came together, made something new and better. It's why I love tinkering.
Did you just hear right? She broke her arm to figure out how it would heal and stuff? Really? Oh, you see some pots? We have to do what we have to do. That's more like it.
Some art to soothe your worries.
As a check up on the vendors here.
Interest you in a tapestry?
Probably not. You know, no. No, you can't. You know, I think they really should have allowed every enemy that you kill to drop a, if not items or equipment, at least valuables that you could sell as a guarantee drop. That is a pot shop, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, we're just gonna quickly get some more money before we leave. It's a smart thing to do. By the way, just as a filler, I've been watching Cross on Amazon. Pretty good show as cop thriller shows go. There's some parts that don't quite gel well for me, where it's overly dramatic or the main character is overly dumb. But it just shows how flawed they are, I guess. Some of the decisions they take, but it's good. Overall, solid season. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, that should have put about 300 in our pocket. Give or take. Okay, you want me to go inside here, right? Wait. This way?
Reds came by and pick up their wine shipment. Twitchier than cats in a storm. What's going on?
What isn't? I'll keep your head down while you're here and return to sea soon.
That bad?
Yep.
Pretty much get out of town as quick as you can. Where are you taking us? Actually, was this here before?
Regret leaving your clan, Davrin?
I don't regret the life I've lived. Joining the Wardens. Things I've seen and done.
There's a but in there.
But sometimes I wish I could have done both.
Not much room for that.
No. You're either part of the clan, giving yourself over to it, or you're not. I made my choice.
Either this is new or we totally, completely forgot about this area. Right, we're going to have a big fight. Let's see how well we do this time. Lara, Davin, stay on guard. Is that a That mage, huh? Could you give him a warm welcome?
Hassan, go!
Ready for a follow-up?
Watch for ranged attacks!
Bye, friend.
Down clean.
That's a win.
I believe we haven't been here. Not at all. So we'll just casually walk over here and have a take a quick look-see, shall we? No harm, no foul. There's a wolf statue here somewhere. What are the chances there's a big massive demon here?
And another Fenarel altar.
Oh, you're teasing us with that chest right behind you. What is this? Uthemiel's shield. Isn't he one of the Evanuris? Oh, Amber Cole, thank you. So you're a digital artist. Perfect. Oh, congrats, man. Hopefully things are going well for you. Well done. You must be quite talented. Oh, where's this statue, by the way? Facing that a ways. I was actually surprised the barrier came down. Oh, I thought you were going to be one of the big ones. Nice. Oh, I can hear. Oh, there he is. Nice. Anything else we can do here before we depart? Not really. I wonder if you need to come back for this power crystal. We have an option available if we need to. Let's get up here. I don't want to go into the main chamber just yet. There's this way to explore too, right? No, that's where we came from. Where's this little... Oh, yeah. Okay. Can we observe anything before we go down there? Before we do that. Oop. We're 1 point level away from being able to progress. So which way were we? We came over here to grab this. Don't really need that. Don't really require meteor. Landing a critical hit with strike abilities grants quickened. You know, I think we want that. Let's make that happen. Hey, nice to meet you too, Amber. Amber Cole, appreciate it. So where are you working now, Amber? Are you freelance or do you work as... Hello, housekeeping. Anybody home? No. Health is... Do we top up? He's just gonna pop in. No, probably not. These barrels, aren't they? They're cursed. They are, look, they're impenetrable. 3 barrels.
Look, there.
Yeah, I think I found a problem.
Trapped spirit from the necropolis.
Is it pride that molded you? Do you think?
Sorry, vulnerable to necrotic, resistant to lightning. Oh gosh darn, that's gonna be a problem.
You can succeed in facing me where the Minotauri failed.
Ranged incoming.
Thank you, Blau. 8 seconds, huh? How?
Ranged incoming.
Good. Now take some of this power.
You bet. Hitting us from range.
Good.
Ready here.
I think I could do with... Actually, you know what?
Hitting us from range.
4 seconds. Boop, boop, and boop.
Ready for a follow-up.
Move out of there!
I'll see you guys in a second, shall I?
We did it! Oh, is it?
That'll be good. Lara, I'll just take a heal, please. I'll accept it after I finish streaming today, okay? Amber Coral. No worries.
Time again? Great. I'm ready.
Take that.
One for us.
2 demons down. Or 2 versions of the same demon.
I've seen spirits in Arlethan split themselves like this, but they never went as far as this demon's avatars.
They seem to die like anything else.
Oh, cool. Look forward to seeing your anime creations and your manga. So are you actually doing a comic? A graphic novel of some sort? Rare Arcane Stave. Hey, it's upgraded the one we've currently got equipped. 30 defense, 20% resistance while at low health. It's kind of just handy that we actually have the staff on us.
For sure.
Okay, we're topped up. Is there anything we want here? Before we depart? Not really. This is the thing we want. Without having any idea how to get it. Must be for the future. We haven't even got this beacon yet. Okay, we're doing pretty well quest-wise. Let's take a look actually. Boop. So we can hold off on this one for the moment. And this one. Return to the necropolis and speak to Myrna. We can do that. Travel to Hosbog, can't do that. Not yet. Not yet. We can do the whole of Vala, I think. I think the whole of Vala is going to be next. You just got to remember, when you come into this place, just go down.
You've news?
Fair omens.
Hey, Myrna.
We got rid of that haunting in Arlathan.
It sleeps once again.
Excellent work.
Your new seals hold.
Good.
Good. Got some ranks.
The Venatori won't be bothering you anymore.
You have our thanks.
The spirits rest more soundly.
What tidings?
The spirits flock.
Myrna, we finished clearing out the Vault of the Beloved.
Our thanks. We will arrange a vigil there.
Eternity will resume.
We understand you have reunited the remains of one of the deceased.
A wisp was scattering some bones.
It is their nature to indulge.
As in most cases, they can be taught.
We found a sealed door with an unfriendly spirit trapped inside.
Curious. I'm unfamiliar with any records regarding this entity. Proceed with caution.
Wear its words.
I guess we should have talked to them after investigating the necropolis.
So, nice tombs you have here.
Thank you, Grey Warden. A pleasure to welcome one of your venerable order.
Their sacrifices are mourned by those beyond.
That's good?
Yes.
Sorry.
Hello again, Lady Myrna, Watcher Vorgoth. This place is incredible. But, why is it so cold? Is it always so cold?
You feel the remains of despair.
While banished, its effects will only abate with time.
Makes sense.
How are things here?
Safe under the shield of the bell.
It maintains its watch.
Everything under control?
Only so much as we might serve the necropolis.
Our work is ever seen.
Welcome again.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Greetings.
We can actually rank him up, by the way. We have enough money. We have the materials. So why aren't we doing that? Oh, we were waiting for money. Now we need more influence. We can take this to Epic. 600 gold. Gain 250 health on perfect defense. I think I'm gonna buy this. For Emmerich. You heal for 5% of your maximum health. When attack my target brings enemies to low health. Before we do that, let's get some more cash. Wow, 190 gold. 54 influence, look at that. Practically rich. Do you have any mementos that I've unlocked? Yes, indeed. Now we have Death Swarm Rats. Nah. Not yet. Necrosis, nope. Medium health. I don't think so. Let's get this for Emmerich. I think we're fine. Farewell. Right, I think we're done here. So, time for the Hall of Valor. See what that's about. Some sort of tournament or something, right? Not sure how well we're gonna do. Oop. Okay, we've been to the vendor here, but that's all we've done. Now let's get a proper look at this place. Yeah, let me help you with some of that workload. Unbelievable. They would let you guys work in these conditions. Absolutely terrible. I'll throw all the barrels for you. Don't you worry about that. Should we do like a full circuit round? The water first. What do we have here? Are these no, these aren't Shadow Dragons, they're Venatori, right? An Antom. Okay, I guess they didn't make the Hall of Valor. I think we found the Hall of Valor. Look at this.
So if you're a mage and you do stuff with spirits, is that why you left the Cune?
What? I was born in Darismuir.
I thought all Cunari lived under the Cune except for the Tal Vashoth.
Kunari means one who follows the Cune. I do not follow the Cune, so I'm not truly a Kunari. Tal Vashoth are those who left the Cune in anger. I never followed the Cune, so that is not what I am either.
Oh. So, what do I call you?
Call me Roa.
Rowan.
We've got the best gear for your beast fights.
Okay, we got you to max rank, apparently, at some point. Completely forgot about that. We can purchase this and clear him completely out. You know, do we want to do that? There's not a lot of medium helms. No. 3 gold for these stones, that's pretty darn cheap. Just gonna buy this. There you go. Got all the weapons it's selling.
For gold and glory!
You want me to go over there first? We'll just go over here. The Hilt, Archives and Storage. Ballad of the Lords of Fortune. I first met the Lord of Fortune on a ship bound for Ravane. He said, "What's it got you looking sad with eyes so full of pain?" And I said, "My love is gone, it's a sad and tragic story." He said, "Hang on, lad, it's not so bad. You just need some golden glory." Lords of Fortune never want for drink or love or joy. In holes and caves and treasure vaults, they find their priceless toys. There is gold to fill your coffers or glory at the worst. You seem a gentle chantry lad, so we'll hit the gold holes first. Gold and glory with the lords, gold and glory with the lords. Past traps and guards and dragons lie countless shining hordes. Gold and glory with the lords, gold and glory with the lords. We'll fight our way to fortune with skill and spell and swords. She took me to Olay, where he stole a jeweled mask. She took me down to Ozoma, and we drank down every cask. She left me in Rialto. We parted with a kiss. I later found she'd got my purse, but it wasn't really missed. Gold and glory with the lords, gold and glory with the lords. And repeats this. Given spell and sword, yeah, already know that chorus. That's fine. Fast travel unlocked. Really? There's a chest here somewhere. Who are you, fellow? What are you guarding? And what is that outfit? How's that going to protect you in battle? The tassels on the belt are going to get in the way. You got no armor. Did I say anything? Found the place where the chest is at. Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one. Isabella's Guide to Dungeoneering. Better to have 50 feet of rope you don't need than need 50 feet of rope you don't have. Nobody leaves a perfectly good glowing gemstone at the far end of a hallway unless they're trying to distract you from spikes about to shoot from the wall. Bring extra lockpicks. Bring extra knives. Don't take anything from a room with glowing letters in a language you can't read. If a spirit appears between you and the treasure, talk first, run second, fight last. Always look for spiderwebs. Spiderwebs mean no swinging blades in the room. Don't wear armor you can't swim in. That's why they don't have any armor on. Betray a partner and you're wealthy once but cursed forever. Anything on a pedestal is either a trophy being displayed, a danger being guarded, or both. Don't grab it until you know which. You know what? Isabel is onto something now, I think. I really do think she's onto something. Casings of Fortune upgraded. Rare heavy armor. 20% damage from all companions. Gain rally party on perfect defense. Ah. Good. Nothing we want though. Unfortunately. Not yet anyway.
Oh, what foul-hearted spirit tugs at the corners of your lips to turn them down so?
Harsh talks. Dragon. Cataranda. Appearance: blue and purple back, orange underbelly, similar to Gamorrean Stormrider coloration but bigger than any Gamorrean I've heard of. Diet: big water prey. She hunts most often during storms, but lightning can tear a ship in half or kill a school of fish. Better senses in water than on land. Like the Windsummer that way. Different from Windsummer in that she will go after ships and even fleets. Behavior: Cataranda is a legend. She's devastated both Rivani and Kunari ships. Big sailors hide when the weather gets stormy. A big reason sailors hide when the weather gets stormy. The Rivani Armada calls her Cataranda the Stormrider. But that's stupid. Cataranda is Quinist for Deathstorm. Quinist. You can't call a dragon Deathstorm the Stormrider. Wait, that actually looks great now that I've written it out. Deathstorm the Stormrider. Yeah, it has a ring to it. We like it.
What?
Don't mind it.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about what I could do better in my next match.
Oh, you fought valiantly last time.
I lost to a bunch of deep stalkers, Pluck.
Is Puck. Is he a spirit or possessed individual? His eyes are completely white. He's practically pale.
One thing bothers me about what you said before. You think that a mage might flee the Qun to have a better life in Chantry lands?
Well, yes. The Qunari do awful things to their mages. They sew their lips shut and make them wear collars.
Qunari mages live a regimented life, yes. But all are regimented under the Qun. A mage has it no worse than a soldier.
I heard about the mages being treated like animals over in Kirkwall, though.
Yes, by the Antam, who have since broken from the Qun because it was not brutal enough for their liking.
Nice little bit of exposition there. Look at that dragon skeleton. Assuming it's dragon.
Welcome to the Hall of Valor. I knew you'd find your way here sooner or later. Your kind always do.
Isabella and the Lords. Hush. The Lords of Fortune aren't much for formal history. Many of our adventurers might land us in trouble if we actually wrote down what we did. Many of our adventures. But I've been with the Lords since before we were the Lords. Back then it was just a bunch of sea raiders, and like all raiders, we wanted gold, we wanted glory, and we were ready to backstab each other to get at all of it. But then some of us learned that gold and glory is not worth much unless you've got friends to revel in it with you. And that's how the Lords as you know it is started. We share news about what's out there, we chase it together. Everyone gets a cut, and then everyone gets drunk. We don't care who you used to be as long as you pull your weight. And I suppose that's a big part of why your mother showed up here, with a baby in her arms, looking for work. Isabella. And then asterisks, someone made a drunk joke and the name stuck. And the next one, you know, it's a bit like being a Grey Warden, except fun and with a bench and with a beach. True that. I guess. True that. One moment, Isabella, can I take a look at your wonderful place? It's not the kind of lifestyle I would choose. Menu for the Hilt Bar and Grill and Bar. Mash and grabs, bottomless breaded cheese ones, and Olesian sauce. Taste of Ferreld and bread and cheese. Make it a full cheese wheel with the 2 extra silver cents. Deep Rhodes Crisper, medium or Paragon. 3 Marches mashup. 3 Monster Kebab. Pronto steak. Add a side of Carter fries. Ah, nice. I'm enjoying the word usage. Greens with Antivan, Olesian or house dressing. Add chicken, beef or Dalish. Armada special. Extra cheese. Add greens, more meat. Add pineapple. Golden Glory. Ale, wine, per broken flagon. I have to make it Navarran with no meat. You know, I kind of missed the notice board quests we used to have in the previous Dragon Age games. We had like one random one pop up.
Looking to fight?
Looking to swim? I'll fight later.
Oh, fine. Go drink some milk or something.
I just wanted to make a save. Jeez. Give a guy a break.
You'll want something with a bit more bite this time, I reckon.
Let's go. What happens?
All right, get your ass in there and give us a show.
Sounds slightly dirty.
Our next challenger comes from the Veilguard.
We have a Sentinel, Fade Bloom, one with lightning. Okay, let's drop the sentinel down a little bit.
Jumpers of Carnival. She's deadly and Danish. So everyone give up a love for Benara!
There is rain!
Seconds. Focus on this target, please.
Get clear.
Okay, he's almost dead. Let them concentrate on this guy.
Watch for ranged attack!
Ranged incoming.
Could you heal me? And while you're healing me, you might as well use this.
For sure.
More of that, Rook!
Bad spot, move!
Concentrate on this guy.
As you say!
And you back. Perfect.
Look at that. Barely a scratch.
Let's get Valara's. There you go. Pull down up. I guess we'll just keep going. Oh, we have to win 10 matches apparently.
Ready for something really spicy? I've got what you need.
Oh, spicy. Now you're talking
Get
my
going!
language.
Don't keep your fans waiting.
What are we having? Doner kebab? Spicy chicken?
In war, victory.
I'd rather concentrate on this guy.
In peace, vigilance. In the Hall of Valor, give it up for renowned Grey Warden and Monster Slayer,
Way to go, Rook!
Okay, you keep him busy and we'll work on this one.
Time to finish this!
Any more mages? Nope.
I caught my...
Okay, we're getting some sort of gold out of it.
I see you picked up some nice tricks in the Shadow Dragons.
Well, when the Venatori have a floating palace that shoots firebolts, you have to get really good at not dying.
Hey, how's our cooldown looking? Oh, we're good. I'm assuming this is going to get worse and worse as it goes along, right?
I line them up and you keep knocking them down, but I still have some tricks. Get yourself in order and head to the entrance. Last time the Hall of Valor was this excited, we got the silver feet.
Sorry, 1 second. Resistant to lightning. Good. Two shield ones.
Phoenix fight. You're not gonna want to miss what comes next.
Go, go, go!
Okay, I guess I'm gonna be dealing with this guy first.
You got it!
Tell me what you need. You can't take much more of this.
Oh, I don't have any abilities just yet. Heal me up, please, and just kidding.
Keep it coming, bro.
Adios.
Oh, we did it!
Hate fighting the hand, Tom.
Spectacular. We felt the blood spray from way over here.
Yeah, tell me about it. I was taking a lot of beatings with those guys. Should I change my staff or should we keep the necromantic damage? You know, we'll keep it. I'm kind of curious what happens once we defeat like 10 enemies.
All right, this is really starting to annoy me. Once more, and don't you dare hold back.
Where are you finding these guys? Are you holding them captive?
All right, get your ass in there and give us a show. Come on!
Right. Demon, lesser Voltaire. Goodness. Gotta get rid of these guys. Let's go for the lesser ones first.
Come on, place your wagers! And remember, never bet anything you aren't prepared to lose.
Hitting us from range.
Rude. Focus on our target here, please. Thank you, Blah. Where's the one with the least damage? You know what? Deal with the pipe demon.
You bet. Good to go.
Focus on this guy. I'll take some healing.
Hitting us from range.
Watch for ranged attack!
Target him.
Finish them off. Get clear. Nicely done, Rook. You got it.
That's killing Katarina.
And I'm out another 20 gold. Maker, I should stop betting against you.
Am I actually earning any money? How much do we have? 668 gold. Doesn't feel like it. I think we did level up. Yes, well done. Well done. Do we want to go down one of these? You now throw your spirit blade a second time. We are using that. If we can get the timing to work. Landing a critical hit with strike abilities grants quickened, which will increase our ability cooldown. We only have one ability that we use. But that means we can use it more often. Then we can come and get this next time. Both of them we can use. For that time, we have to be patient when we have to do this final attack. Sometimes they move around too long. Maybe it's best to get our ability critical hits with strike abilities granting quicken first. Then come down here. And just to make sure we know which ones are strike abilities. It is Void Blade. This. Pretty much everything we use is strike. But have a look in terms of Oh, we're full. Okay, 4 out of 10. It's getting tougher. Not sure if we can manage it.
Looking to fight? All right, get your ass in there and give us a show. Hang on to your hat.
I guess we can knock them over into the pit. Fire.
We've got some new challenges for you today.
Actually, could you take down this barrier if possible?
Great, Melora.
And can you concentrate on this guy? Okay, we can survive for a moment as long as we don't get hurt.
Nice hit, bro.
We're getting good at this.
Don't jinx it.
You couldn't pay me to step in the pit with you, and coming from me, that's quite a compliment.
Okay, we're halfway there. We are halfway there.
Oh, I can't wait to see what you've got.
Oh, what have you got lined up for me this time? Probably an ogre.
Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting.
2 ogres.
We got the idea for this next.
Mages, mercenaries, mages, mercenary, mercenary. Is vulnerable to lightning? Okay, that's fine. Let's deal with this one.
Match from a traveller named Armax. Said he used it to challenge shepherds.
How are we doing? Oh, hi fella, mercenary, mercenary, mercenary. Concentrate on this guy.
Attack again!
Ready here.
Nice.
I'm good to go.
Don't worry about it, we got this one.
You got them.
Got it, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that. Barely a scratch.
Okie dokie. I'm still nervous. That's what I'm saving. The game probably auto-saves, but
Hall of Valor's ready. How about it? Feeling valorous?
I'm gonna try my best, Isabella. And you're a bit too distracting.
Get yourself in order and head to the entrance. Hang on!
Construct. Necrosis. Deep Stalkers. Okay. I guess if we charge you, you can probably take out 2 of them in the back.
We've got some new challenges for you today!
You have to move!
Knew you could do it, Rook.
You know what? Take some of this. How we doing, guys? You doing good? Concentrate on that guy. Boop, boop, and boop. Okay, you want this? Hey guys, do your thing. Got a ton of range got me now. What was that? Oh no, you don't.
Ready to go. And we'll do one more of these. Oh.
You can really put on a show. I should charge an entrance fee.
Okay, real good, real good. Okay, what have you got next for us, Isabella?
Want to blow off some steam?
I do.
Get going! Don't keep your fans waiting. Hang on to your...
Undead Warrior. Undead Mage. Armored Undead. Undead Warrior. Concentrate on this guy, please.
We've got some new challenges for you today!
Keep that up, bro.
Okay, focus on this guy. Bye.
Ready to go.
just got 2 of them.
Ready again.
You couldn't pay me to step in the pit with you, and coming from me, that's quite a compliment.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Who wants to get their blood pumping?
Not me. Is that supposed to be some sort of
Get
clue?
going! Don't keep your fans waiting.
Who are you fighting this time? Who is it? Not another construct. No. Ghoul. Warlock. Emissary. Warlock. Ghoul, ghoul, ghoul. I'd like to get rid of the emissary if possible.
On to your hats! We've got some new challenges for you today!
Watch your back! I'm ready.
Are you? Thank you. Could you heal me, please, if you don't mind? Terribly.
You got it!
Nice move, Rook.
Good work, everyone!
Yeah, that was getting a bit hairy.
Look at that. Barely a scratch.
Okay, last one. How's our cooldowns looking? Looking pretty hot. Isabella.
Looking to fight?
Indeed.
All right, get your ass in there and give us a show.
At least we're getting like experience out of it.
Everyone hit the...
Oh my goodness. Sentinels, Lesser Fade, Ogres. These guys are going to be a bit of a problem, aren't they? Actually, we can probably deal with them. This is the one that's going to be a bit of a problem.
Caribbean, grab a snack. You won't want to miss this next fight.
Watch for ranged attack! Not bad, bro. Shadow Dragon.
Okay, you deal with that. I'll deal with that. Hello, my little friend. We need to do something about you. Concentrate on him. That barrier down. And good night.
We're getting good at this. You couldn't pay me to step in the pit with you, and coming from
Hala,
me, that's
unique ring.
quite a compliment.
All of the hall. Sorry, not Hala. Wow. You get a unique out of this. That's totally worth it.
Who wants to get their blood pumping? No one makes any gold if you don't fight.
I wonder if this is the way you make money. How much money do we have now? 1,200. Out of 10 rounds. Last time we checked, we were sitting at 600, so it's not much. But you do get experience out of it. And how much experience? We hit level 30 just before. So we got like almost slightly less than halfway across. Yes, that's not bad. What's the ring we picked up? This one. No, not this one. Shard of the While shocking weapons is active, charge attacks deal electric damage in an area. That's right, they do that. This one. Cool of the Hall. 50% takedown damage. 50% stagger. Gain random advantage on takedown. Advantage, any beneficial status effect. Is it as good as the ring we have currently? No, I like the mana and kill. I like the mana generation. What's the difference between generation and regeneration? Mana regen is when it just comes back, right? Once you depleted it. Generation must be when you hit an enemy and get it back. When you generate mana for yourself, right? That's fine. I still don't know how we got this random outfit. No idea where that came from. I'm talking about the robe. Just loaded in the game and it just showed up as Watcher's thingjig. Acquired. I don't remember acquiring it. Anyway, that was the Hall of Valor, and I think we've completed the main thing. There's nothing else here. That's where we fought, that's our way in. And that's what we unlocked. Does it tell us how much we've accomplished? 1 out of 1 chest. Yeah, that's 100% done. So, where do we stand now? I think the only thing left is the Grey Wardens and speaking to Morrigan. Let's go through a faction. We can't do this until we do the Grey Wardens. Can't do this until the caves unlock. Can't do this until we get to the wetlands with the Grey Wardens. Same with this. This is just going to be continuing adventuring. And same thing with this one. We can only do this once we've done the Grey Warden stuff and defeated the remaining 2 champions. That just leaves us with meeting Morrigan or going to the Grey Wardens. Which one triggers progress? Who knows, but we know that Morrigan is quite close by. Let's go and speak to her. Maybe she can tell us something. And how close are we to where she is? Not even remotely close. This is what I was looking for. Let's just have a peek. Do you have anything we want? I still think it's a crazy idea that they don't include legends for where these merchants are on the map. What's the point of having it?
Cloth and leather, with all the fine touches.
Rasters, double hat, light. I like the mana regen on this. Not much else. This is medium armor. We do use the staff sometimes. Gain 50% staff energy when defeating an enemy with a heavy attack. Maybe. It's gonna take all our gold though. Light armor. Hunter's night camouflage. That's just a helmet, isn't it? We can get this for Nev. God knows she needs a new outfit, but she already has this one. We'll just have to wait it out a little bit longer.
Return again.
One second, I need more cash. Before we go in,
Hey, yeah.
ooh, Harding's here. Didn't know she was the main companion for this quest. But one other thing I would like to comment about this game is the user interface, how colorful it is. After so many years with Skyrim and Sony games where it was all white and minimalistic style, I really appreciate that they brought this color and unique item icons back in a big way. Really appreciate that. Personally. Start the conversation.
Why did Morgan want to meet in Minrathous? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed. But today we have a guest, and she needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
Rook, you remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Llewellyn, the woman who led us all.
You know, we had to rush the second time we were in character creation. But I think our Llewellyn is okay. Right? Although she didn't quite look like that in the character creation, but I forgot what she actually looked like. Wow.
Andaran Artishan. Anathara. I wish we could be meeting without our gods threatening to blight the world.
A blight that spreads wider with each passing heartbeat.
Morrigan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Elganan and Gillenane.
This is on you. No, I'm not passing it back. And I'm not doubtful We're going to try our very best.
I won't let you down. Don't worry about me. Worry about the people you've recruited and about the people depending on you. I only sealed the breach because I had people like Cassandra, Leliana, and Cullen with me from the start. Without Dorian's magic and Josephine's diplomacy, we never would have come together to stop Corypheus. Years later, I had to turn the Inquisition over to Chantry control. But I never lost the friends who had gotten me through it all. Ultimately, they're the only ones you can really count on. Do right by them, and you'll find your way.
We've got the makings of a good team, I think. We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do her best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. She has not been idle while you assembled your team.
You know, I wish we had seen some of that in like a cutscene or something. The impact of Ganon and Ghislaine on the world. While we're focused here in Minrathous and Rivain and Navarra and the Necropolis areas. It would have been good to see what was happening outside of the world. From our bubble.
I thought the gods were mostly active up here. It's really that bad in the south.
Elganon and Ghilanane have indeed restricted their activities to the north. But the forces they deployed to the south, the strange new Darkspawn, have spread fear and corruption greater than any blight in history.
Darkspawn have cut through the center of Vorlay. Valroyo and Halam Shiral are barely holding out. Ferelden would have fallen already, if not for help from Orzammar. With Denerim lost, the Fereldans are holding the line at Redcliffe. The Free Marches have the worst of it. Acting Viscount Aveline Valen led the evacuation of Kirkwall. She's taking her people and what's left of her army to help Prince Vale keep Starkhaven.
Maker, we didn't know. My ma...
Don't worry. I talked to the Divine and your mother's safe with the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition might just be an arm of the Chantry now. But we've still done our part to get people to fight this threat together. Again. The South is my problem, not yours, Rook. You stop the gods, and I'll make sure the rest of Thedas doesn't fall to the Blight.
You mentioned Aveline. That was a nice touch. What more can be asked? They don't have much to give. If the South... I mean, Olay's already been cut through the middle with Darkspawn. Jeez Louise.
If the South is in such turmoil, why come up here just to talk? And how did you get here so fast?
Did you think you were the only one to unlock the secrets of the Illuvians?
Come on, Rook.
Morgan helped the Inquisition use the Illuvians to travel.
While I lack the Dreadwolf's Viravus, I may still scurry between the walls of this world to be where I might do the most good. The Inquisitor asked to meet you, and I thought it might help you to meet her.
This is just like a boost, a big pat on the back. There you go, soldier. Everything's going to be fine. Just carry on and don't screw up. Wish he was a bit more involved in how surface level this is. I appreciate it, but it just feels like it should have been more in depth, with some of the characters that are turning up, like with Morrigan. He's been sitting and hanging around in Arleton Forest, not talking for us for about like 30 or 40 hours at this point. So there's some things that are really kind of like weird in this game. Mainly concerning depth of storytelling. And also RPG, there's no origin stories. So every time you play a brand new game, you don't even have a possibility of starting with a different location, origin story to try out. It's always at the same spot. I guess Inquisition was similar, but I think it was a bad choice not to include those back. Just to offer variety. Oh well, it is what it is. Hope they just learn from some of the stuff that they're seeing here. But, like, do I need an army? We need connections, no? Or do we need spies? What are the spies going to do? Apart from tell us where Gillenane and Algernon are attacking or working, or and I guess they can look at where the Anton and the Venatori are doing. So, probably don't need an army. We've got the Grey Wardens coming up. If that jackass commander finally gets his head up his ass. Connections, what sort of connections? We have the Shadow Dragons, the Whale Hunters, everybody else acting like possible spies, so let's look for connections.
I've been having trouble getting people in authority to listen to us. If you help with some of your political strength...
My political strength? Tevinter hates me. The Venatori helped make sure of that. And while I have a few friends in the Wardens, their leadership hasn't much cared for me since we clashed at Adamant Fortress.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. She brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette? We've found others like it in the crossroads. Where'd you find yours?
I found it right around the time Solus's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the Veil. To him. Somehow.
Solus is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
What is Solus's part in this story? He's kind of like similar to Varric at this moment. Just a slightly bit more talkative, but apart from that, what's he gonna do? So we know that Blight is trapped in the Fade. And we know Algernon and Ghislaine are trying to rip open the Fade to get the Blight out. We know that Solus could stop it if he wanted to. And who knows, maybe he can actually find a way to stop it. Maybe escape his prison. But at what cost? Initially, when he captured the Evanaris, it was through trickery because he wasn't powerful enough to do it by himself. And I don't think he can use his tricks again. So if Solus comes into active battle with the Evanaris, with Algernon and Ghislaine, I don't think it's gonna... If he comes out winning at all, I don't think it's gonna be coming out whole. The only way he could win is if he does like a sacrificial move to take them both out at the same time, with himself along with them. Or worse, or if he uses the Blight himself, gets himself corrupted, uses the power of the Blight against them, and then arranges for his own demise at the same time. So he kills the Blight himself and everyone along with it. The Evanaris, I mean. And then he just leaves the Veil up because that's the world as it is now. Maybe he blights whatever's the whole Fade instead. Can you do that? Can you blight the Fade? If the Veil's up blocking the Blight, and then use the Fade to take out the Blight, but in doing so the Fade also becomes blighted or basically just get completely ruined, so there's no more spirits and stuff. Ideally you want the Veil to come down, right? the Venaris to be defeated and the Blight to be gone. Then also you got the Titans waking up. Maybe that's how he gets to defeat the Venaris this time. Making an alliance of some sort, either via through us or in some other means that he possesses with the Titans. Take out the Venaris and the Blight. So I'm gonna guess that I think I have a strong suspicion Solus isn't gonna make it to the end. I don't think he will. I think it might be a case of like all the Venaris have to go, including him. But then we have the Forgotten One, the round part of the round circle that we found. The voice that came out, I believe that was the Forgotten One, talking. We know the Forgotten Ones were either equal to, or at least as worthy of the status of what the Venaris achieved. The Venaris banned them to the abyss or the void. They might not be completely gone. They might be able to come back. Still need more information, but that's what my current thinking is. But anyway, about this. So, I mean, I want to choose both of these options. Solus is trapped, Solus is helping.
Right now, Solus is giving us the information we need to track down the gods.
Yes, he is a vital source of information and advice, just as he was to the Inquisition before. He is the Dread Wolf. He led a rebellion that lasted centuries. How many alliances do you think he has made and broken?
Solus was important to me. If this statuette helps you understand him, if it uncovers something that... Honestly, I don't know. I wish I did. But this feels like a part of him. And whatever he and I once were, I think... I hope... it might help you.
We should go, Inquisitor. The armies in the south need you.
Right.
Oh yeah, her hand. Does she have a new hand?
Stay
or?
sharp. You're my eyes in the north.
Always, Inquisitor.
Rook, good luck. If I come across anything else that can help, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you.
I think her left hand is the one that was chopped off, right? That was a nice touch. I appreciate it, but I could wish it could have been a bit more substantive. It felt more like a cameo, you know, like in a movie. Hey, you remember this face? This person? There they are. And we just could only afford them for like 5 minutes of the scene. She'll probably be back towards the end, I think. Whenever we get to Solus, I think she'll be there. It's not quite our Inquisitor from the first when we were playing, but it's, I tried to make it as close enough as we could. What is the time right now? We have enough time to go to Grey Wardens. I like how I made my Inquisitor's eyes a bit too far apart, but she seems just a bit like kind of odd looking, rather than those hot supermodel types that you see on the internet these days. One second, please. Okay, save the game. And Let's go to... We have... Who do we have? Do we have Davrin? Yeah, we do. Actually, no. We need to go to the crossroads. In the lighthouse. See what's up with the statue. Link to Solus. Maybe that link could allow Solus to escape from his prison somehow. Or at least be able to do more than just talk from there. Message from the front. The fight for the south. Rook. Though the circumstances prompting our meeting were perhaps not what either of us would have chosen, I'm glad we did meet. I'd heard of you from Varric, of course, and Harding spoke and continues to speak highly of you. However, the greatest word of confidence came from Morrigan. He's always had a knack for spotting those who might shift the foundations of the world, even if they don't know it yet. So it was she who suggested we meet, and as always, heeding her counsel proved to be the wisest decision. Unfortunately, I send grim tidings. The echoes of Solus's ritual and the escape of the gods ring across the south, and the smell of war is heavy in the air. In Olay, a splinter faction of the nobility has made common cause with the Venatori and launched an assault on both the royal forces of Olay and the border keeps of Ferelden. Unarmed corsairs harass shipping out of Oswick, and in the far southern wilds, light has emerged once more. Darkspawn in great numbers has been spotted near the ruins of Ostagar. Ah, Ostagar. But I told you to leave the south to me, and I stand by that. I share this news not to ask for your help, but to remind you that you and your people are not alone. The gods stir up the greatest evils in Tellus, yet its people stand stalwart and resolute. Take care of the gods in the north, and I'll make sure that the south handles itself. And when this is all over, we'll drink to victory. First round on me, yours, the Inquisitor. My Inquisitor, like all my characters, doesn't drink. So she's talking about a glass of Coke, milkshake, water, juice. Any beverage that's not an intoxicant. I just want that to be understood. Do we have a separate quest for statue? Yes. This one. Find a way to use the wolf statue in the lighthouse. Magical artifacts offer the team a chance to learn more about the history of the ancient elves and their secrets. Inquisitor has given a gift of wolf statue magically tied to Solus that she found around the time the Solus' ritual failed. Morrigan has suggested taking it to the lighthouse and seeing what insights it might offer. Maybe Solus created these statues as a link, backdoor to come back. It wants me to go up, apparently. Do I want to do that just yet? Does anybody want to chat? Emmerich has a quest. Lara has something. Ash has something. My goodness. I guess we should probably talk to everyone before we activate whatever this statue thingamajig is. Let's go see Emmerich. Actually, is there anything going on here? Not really. Run, Rook, run. Just double save, just in case something goes wrong. I guess we might not be going to the vials after all.
Rook, interested in visiting the Memorial Gardens?
What are you up to?
I must tend to some rites in the necropolis. I'd like to show you its more peaceful side.
Quest required, walking the graves. Excellent. Certainly. Yeah. We can do that. That's where you want me to go. Oh, Tash is over here. Okay. I want to go speak to Varg, see what he thinks about the Inquisitor. Being around.
Rook, when's the last time you slept?
See, this is where we should be able to tell him about the Inquisitor. Or at least have Harding here talking about the Inquisitor meeting us. Makes no sense why that isn't a possibility or a case, why they didn't do that. Frustrating. I guess we just walk out. Okay, we picked up a few mementos. How far do we have to go, my friend?
Need and knowledge.
We can rank up to 8. We got 50 over. Excellent. Lovely. What did that unlock? Enchantment wise. Oh, we were using this, weren't we? Damage at low health. Damage at high health. So we got 20% arcane bomb trigger damage. And we'll have another 25% if we go for this. On this knife. What else can we add? Agile attack. Physical. Charged attack damage by 15%. Dagger. Weapon damage. 20% barrier damage, armor damage. Looks like we unlocked everything for weapons. Let's keep the arcane bomb trigger damage. Still need to find another one of these. Hitting with the final attack with alternate the damage type of this weapon between electric and fire. Yeah, we need to do that. Do you have anything new? Max potions. Detonation damage, ultimate damage. And we'll stick to going critical. Right, can we put anything here apart from defense? Ultimate generation could be good. Or the extra defense. Maybe just keep the extra defense. We should be getting 90 defense from this. And the helm, right? Okay, so nothing on the helm. 250 health. No, mostly just resistances, or we can go for get 250 health. Put ultimate generation on that. The quicker we build up the ultimate, the more we can use it. 10% could add up. Try that, I guess. But nothing to lose. Mana regen, necro, strike ability damage. I think we can put mana generation on here too if you wanted to. Weren't you offering mana generation? Yes, you were. So more mana generation or more strike ability damage. All our abilities are strikes. Maybe we can live without the mana generation for a bit. Everyone's got theirs. Let's have a chat.
I cannot say.
Who created you?
I cannot say.
What can you say?
I cannot say.
Right. Deserve that.
Got the archive spirit working, I see.
Rook, you're here. And I did. Sort of. A little bit. It appears, but it won't tell me anything.
You simply ask the wrong questions. A common affliction of the weak-minded.
Also that. It's kind of mean.
Why is it mean? Wait, who's boss?
You should remind that thing who's in charge.
That's an idea. Syrian learned a lot, taught me a lot about these archives. They have, well, not thoughts like us, but sort of pathways, I guess. They can only respond to specific questions worded in specific ways. So, if you're powerful, like almost God-level powerful, how would you talk to someone you see as lesser?
Condescendingly?
Really condescendingly, based on experience so far.
Right! You wouldn't ask questions, you'd tell them what to do, so let's try that. Archive, tell me who built you.
One of the greatest of Elvenan, a steward of her glory. Truly, I was blessed to bathe in his warmth. Anaris built me, and to him I shall someday return.
Anaris?
You mean the Forgotten One?
I cannot say.
Good point. That was us.
Anaris. I think that's the first time we heard the name given to the Forgotten One, right? I don't remember Anaris. Or do I? No, I don't. It's possible we might have heard the name before. So this construct, there was one for each of the Ivanars, but there's an extra one. It looks like this one was built by him. Anaris. Let's find out if we get more information.
Anaris. I know I've heard that name before.
Yeah, a Forgotten One. Remember the nursery rhymes? Don't speak their names or they'll come for you. Unlike our so-called good gods, which, well, we saw what happened there. So who knows what they really were? The Forgotten Ones. They used to say Solus was one, so best case scenario like him. Worst case, well, you heard it talk.
Right. So this thing's dangerous if it belonged to one of them.
Could be, but still important and invaluable. Everything Anaris knew, this thing knows, and my people deserve to know. If I can get it to tell me.
Tell it to tell you. Don't ask. Yeah, Solus. I forgot about that part of Solus's legend. He's going between Evunaris and a secondary group. Were they the Forgotten Ones? I think he was, and he trapped both of them. I guess one in the Void and one in the Forgotten City. Supposedly that was the case, right? Totally blanked on that, but yeah. Yes. Tell us more.
Archive. Tell me about the Dreadwolf.
An ideologue and a fool who will soon pay the price. When Anaris dispatches the Evanuris, he will spare a thought for Fenharel.
Oh. When Anaris dispatches the Evanuris. Yeah, so there was some sort of civil war fighting going on. Clearly Anaris failed. Well, actually, he didn't fail. Solus betrayed both of them. The Evanuris didn't actually defeat Anaris.
Archive. Tell me about the Evanuris.
A group of cowards, hiding behind their more powerful magic and superior numbers. Their jealousy of Anaris was palpable. Their war is unending. But Anaris will prevail.
Interesting. Their magic was more powerful and the number was greater. But Anaris believed himself to be able to prevail against them. Clearly that would make him more powerful even well, more powerful than Solus at least. Since Solus had difficulty fighting all of the Venaris. Ooh, I'm kind of curious more about Venaris.
You've got a chance to learn more about our people. Go for it. Just be careful and try not to break anything.
Right. Thanks, Rook.
All thanks must be given to Anaris, for he will cast down the oppressive Evanuris and take his rightful place.
What a shame I can't stay longer. Good luck.
Appreciate the support.
Don't go, we need to ask more questions. Lara approves. Dang it. Quit reading us info. When we have the guy who's ready to spill the beans right here. WTF. So Naris was another D-spot. And apparently powerful enough to deal with all the Evaners together, at least be able to keep them at some sort of a stalemate. I need to speak to Davrin. Nev, who are you talking to? Harding.
Your warden contacts, Efka and Antoine, you think they'll come through?
They'll try.
Well, it's more than we've gotten from the first warden. Where'd you meet them anyway?
It was the Deep Roads. They were there on warden business. Varric and I were after Solus. We didn't tell them at the time, of course. But you survive a Deep Stalker attack together, and you make fast friends.
Nev, you need to chill out a little bit. Oh, sorry, bad choice of words. Considering, you know. Look at this. There are banners placed here now. Skull. Whole bunch of skulls. Oh, this is a theme from that we chose, right? That's why. I was wondering why the Grey Warden would have a skull police everywhere. Yeah, I think we need to buy more themes. I've kind of gotten over the skull motif. It's not like I'm 16 years old anymore.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Well, you get high marks for effort.
He's toying with me. So what brings you by?
Just curious, really. Wondering what it's like being a Grey Warden. There've always been these legendary warriors living apart from the world.
Don't know about that. I spent time with people who were bad right up till they took their vow.
How so?
Weishaupt is the last stop for the wrong sort. If you're facing prison or worse, you can always join the Grey Wardens and take your chances with the Blight.
I've heard about Weishaupt. Never been there.
It's a giant fortress and home of the Grey Wardens. It's been standing for as long as anyone remembers. At least since the first Blight.
Does it have floating buildings like the lighthouse?
No, but things float up from the latrines.
Huh. Fun bunch you hang out with.
The wrong sort have their charm.
And just how, wrong are the wrong sort?
Thieves, brigands, pirates, and the odd murderer now and then.
Sounds fun, right up to the murdering.
At least now they're murdering Darkspawn.
Has your first warden always been, well...
A stubborn bastard?
One way of putting it?
He means well, in his own way. He's old-fashioned. Tradition is everything. Keeps us disciplined. We never deviate from it.
He'll have to. Elganon and Gillenane won't play by his rules.
If he even believes in them. The man doesn't have much imagination. Even the right sort can be the wrong sort.
Would Rook join the Wardens? Probably would.
A hot meal and warm bed in Weishaupt is better than rotting in some dungeon.
It would be, but the food's always cold, and Weishaupt's drafty in the winter.
Are you really selling it?
It gets better. When Darkspawn threaten a village, when innocent people are in danger, then we swoop in, swords held high, armor gleaming, while 100 faces look to us for salvation. And they all live to see the sunrise because of what we do.
Okay. Now I get it.
Best part is the Warden fighting alongside you. Maybe they've done some bad things in the past. But after that day, it's different. There's some honor in their life where there wasn't before. Nothing like seeing redemption happen before your eyes.
Well, locking people up is all about punishment and redemption, isn't it? Rehabilitation.
We all need that chance. Put past sins to right.
It makes the Warden stronger to have people in our ranks who've lived in the shadows. When the storm comes, you don't want farmers and florists fighting archdemons. It takes the wrong sort to put the world right.
Kinda like us, I suppose.
Minus the skeleton butler.
I don't know. Manfred the Warden has a ring to it.
How about we quit while we're ahead? See you around.
Happen approves. Catch you later. What's going on?
Why do you run around in fancy mage clothes?
Because I like them?
You're barely even wearing a shirt.
You fight Anton with a bare midriff.
Everything all right?
We're fine. Just trading fashion tips. So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just... Why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
Is this about what your mother said on the beach?
No.
What'd she say?
Tasha's mother said that Tash acted more like a man than a woman.
And you feel like you should wear dresses to make her happy?
No. Can you imagine me in a dress? I'd look stupider than I'd look stupid.
This isn't about the dress, is it?
No, it's... I don't know. She always says stuff like that. About how I dress, how I act.
And?
It feels... right. When she says I act more like a man. It feels... right. Why does it feel right?
Tosh, do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
Ah.
This is stupid. Forget I said anything.
Oh. we reached that point in the writing.
Hey, it's not stupid. I do like being a woman, but if you don't, maybe that's something to think about.
But what does it mean?
Could be about your mother's expectations, or about how it feels to be a woman and Kunari. Or maybe it's being a woman, period.
How would knowing that help? It won't change anything.
Some of my friends in Minrathous talk about not feeling comfortable in their own skin. As a man, as a woman. I could see if they'd like to talk. Maybe what they say fits how you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks. You do look really pretty.
Oh?
To look at. I'd smudge your makeup.
Thanks for letting me down gently.
Hush approves, Nav never approves. Oh, get it. Some people do feel like that, right? But trying to think, how did that fit in with the character so far? Did it seem organic? Or did it seem like we were getting a message? I guess they tried to make it a bit more organic. Maybe I'm also taking into account what's actually happening in the real world. So it's augmenting what's actually happening right now in the story.
Lucanus, where is he?
Yeah, wasn't he here? Lucanus, where are you? Did we miss something? Seen that before. I swear I saw you over here. You're playing games with me. Wait, is he waiting for us? No, not at that chamber. He's actually where the portal is. I need to pick up another statue or something. Yeah, this is Solis's lighthouse. Let's get the wolf back. Oh wait, I did pick up something new. Dragon Skull Monument. When did we pick this up? We'll hold on to it for a while. Wait, we can break the pots?
Back, demon! No further! Isn't standing up to them supposed to work?
Let Lucanus go! Don't make us hurt both of you!
What's going on? Lucanus?
It's not Lucanus, it's the demon! It's taking him over, he's trying to leave!
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Rook, do something!
Spite, stop. You're not taking Lucanus through the Alluvion.
I could, if you'd move.
So you can take him where? Off a cliff, or worse?
How did... Rook? Dash?
You tried to walk through the Alluvion in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
Are you sure you're alright?
This could be better. It's hard for Spite to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay awake.
You can't just stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
I'll be more careful next time.
Can we talk to Spite?
We have to make Spite understand that he's endangering you.
He's Spite, not learning. He doesn't listen to anyone. Don't worry about it. This won't happen again. And thanks.
Oh, that's not a good sign. I mean, that was pretty darn close. Questions on demonic possession. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims that they are malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning them from them and jealous of the creations he considers superior, blah blah blah. We know that any demons will seek to possess a mage, and upon dying they will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified enchanter Brahms' categorization of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age, except from the Maker's first children by Beta, senior enchanter of Ostwick, 812 Blessed. Scrolled below in Lucanus' handwriting, Emmerich declares this categorization limited by Nevaran standards, and Nev claims it makes the matter overcomplicated based on what she's seen. Either way, it speaks only of mages again. Every text says I should be dead or impossible. There must be something else. Yes, something was done to you. But what? For what reason? Okay, I think we've spoken to everyone. Davin, Lucanus, Lara, Nev, Harding. Let's go speak to Harding actually. We didn't actually speak to her in a room. Maybe she's got something more to tell us. Nev also.
Rook, I've got a lot on my mind. Maybe later.
We talk. Hey buddy.
I've been trying to move stones, but it doesn't always work. Is it me? Is it the Fade? I need to practice.
What you need is to speak to somebody, like the person who is calling you, is what you need. You need answers. Yeah, I think we touched base with everyone. Let's go and find out about this statue. Can we upgrade any items?
The fires are lit.
We can. We have the materials. Wait. What is that 101 thing? When did we pick this up? This thing? Dragonfire Catalyst, legendary material. How do we get more of these? We'll just hold off on that time being. Okay, let's make a save. Regret.
You cannot do this, Algernon. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evenuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
I was not expecting that.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dreadwolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods? Well, mine and Davrin's, and Rook's.
So they were fighting a war. And these Evenaris were actually commanders who took charge of directing that war. And they were supposed to drop their commands, but they didn't. The question is, who were they fighting the war against? Anaris? The dragons? The titans? I think the titans were discovered later.
They were supposed to protect people. Instead, they seized power. Assholes.
It was so mundane. Nothing grand or cosmic. No setting fire to the sun, just talking, politics. I wish they were monsters. Something grand and terrible. Seeing them like that, they're no better than Tevinter nobles.
But no worse, either. They were people. And people can let you down.
All right. What else can we take from this memory?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
Yeah, I can see where she's coming from. The intention was good. We fought a war, the people needed focus, direction, guidance. But we didn't anticipate that not all the Venaris were thinking the same way.
I think I get where Mythal is coming from.
Really?
You've just finished some big war, everyone is exhausted, and now Elganon won't give up power? If Mythal sided with Solus, would Elganon have backed down?
Not a chance.
It would have led to another war. Mythal tried to keep the peace.
And Solus must see that, but still can't accept that she chose peaceful politics over his ideals.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dread Wolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
We're getting a lot of lore. Appreciate that. How do we go about more memories? Where do you want me to go? To the Livian? Doesn't look like it. Hey, another one.
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evanurus seek the magic of the Blight.
Impossible. The Blight is safely sealed away forever.
Oh, I wish I could believe you. I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the Blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evanurus and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The Blight is our mistake.
Yeah, remember that Solus and Mythal discovered something deep in the
Did
ground.
Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they expressed things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
As someone who has Solus talking in my dreams, I'm with Balara. I just can't see Solus carrying on a secret affair with Mythal.
Can't because you don't think he would? Or can't because you don't want to think about it while he's in your head?
Yes.
So the Dread Wolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other god using the Blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the Blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
Yeah, so they sealed it away in, I think, in the deep roads, right? Or maybe much further down than that. I think they either accidentally killed a Titan or they fought and killed it. I'm pretty sure my hunch is right about the Blight. Coming from a corpse of a dead Titan. Be sure. We'll see.
We're deep in elven lore already. What's the legend say?
Right. Well, Andrul was the goddess of the hunt. She put on armor, magic armor, made of something called the Void, drove her mad.
I remember this one. The other gods were afraid Andrul would turn on them. She was doing all kinds of horrible things, causing plagues. It does sound like the Blight.
Well, it all ends with Mythal fighting Andrul. After, Mythal turned into a dragon.
She what? Why didn't you start with that?
Anyway, she took Andrul's armor away, then Andrul's madness left, and peace returned.
Intriguing. So it's possible Andrul stumbled onto the magic of the Blight.
And when Andrul went mad, Mythal took it from her and locked it away.
Until someone started using it again.
Yeah. Did Solus seem guilty when he was speaking to Mythal? He definitely was worried. But there was a hint of guilt in there too, mixed in, right?
Okay. Solus warns Mythal about the other gods using the Blight. It's not just bad, it's something bad he feels responsible for. The Blight was our mistake.
How was the Blight their mistake? Did they find it? Did they make it? What does that mean?
Whatever it was, it convinced Mythal to take him seriously.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solus says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solus wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, she met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
Nice.
The point is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Yep. And then at the end, I think Solus took her essence, or killed her and took her essence or power. With her, it looked like it was with her understanding and consent.
Okay, sorry, point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much benign. Apart from Lemeth wanted to kill her daughters to take their bodies, I guess. But was that Lemeth or was that Mythal? Bit of both.
Solus tried to do the right thing by warning Mythal about the other gods using the Blight, but he got her killed.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
My eyes are wide open. There's more. Yes, please.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power!
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the Blight. For this, and for Mythal, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the Blight. We've seen how bad Elgar'nan and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the Veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the Veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
We know his intention wasn't to create a veil to block off the consequences to the Elven people and everything, and to block off the Fade from the world, right? These 2 options. He was fighting tyrants. It makes sense.
I think this memory's one we understand, at least. What he did makes sense. Him regretting it also makes sense.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlethan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the Blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
The Andrastian faith, yes. The Maker, no. Which option do you want to go? Do not give a personal view regarding belief in the Maker. Speak to someone who does not, as someone does not believe in the Maker. Okay, Harding's belief and anxiety at the same learning this. Here's the thing, what does it mean, belief? Belief in the Maker or the religion? That distinction is really important. So, this option, are we saying we still believe in the Maker but not the faith, or what? Need more context on what options are. Let's go for this one.
I'm right there with you, Lace. I believe in the Maker. If it's all just ancient elven stuff and there's nothing else, that's a lot.
The Chant of Light has seen many iterations over the centuries. This may simply change our understanding of it.
I know, but that's a change to, well, everything we're supposed to believe in.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The Elven Gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
Ah.
Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
Let's keep going. So not all roads lead to the same truth, right? If they have different core beliefs, one of them has to be right and the others have to be wrong, or they're all wrong. But you can't say all roads lead to the same place, especially when the Maker is concerned. You gotta follow the truth that you know and disregard the lies that you know and keep searching and investigating and researching. What are you?
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides this talk of taking on a solid form, I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus, to withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
We had a theory that the Evanuris were actually spirits who became human.
This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
Yep.
I'd rather go back to talking about the Blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... what?
So they used a glowing stone of some sort to do that. And then they used the lyrium to maintain the power that they had in the Fade. That's why they can shapeshift. And the Evanuris preferred the dragon form for themselves. So anything else that was taking on dragon forms, they would basically hunt them down and kill them. They were also using dragons. Kind of like a motif of theirs. That's why they're archdemons, right?
As world-shaking revelations go, finding out we came from spirits is kind of fun.
Really?
Actually, a whole lot of things make more sense now. Like why some magic works differently for elves than everyone else.
And we wouldn't have that magic if not for this.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
True. They're already bigoted against elves anyway.
If the world learned about this and it led to attacks against elves...
Elves have enough trouble as it is down in Ferelden.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Irulan, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one will believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Wisdom?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Or maybe pride.
Okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solus didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mythal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
And we know lyrium is Titan blood. Interesting. So at the very conception, they were aware of the Titans and of being able to use lyrium. But once the elves took lyrium from the Titans, did the Titans create dwarves to fight against the Venaris? Prevent them from doing that? Kind of like antibodies against the disease. That was my other theory about dwarves, right? Inquisition. That they were like a defense mechanism created by the Titans.
Lyrium is the blood of the Titans.
The Titans would have felt it as an attack. They defended themselves.
The first memory we saw with Elganon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
Lace.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried, you said it yourself.
He did it for Mythal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented, if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
When the elves won the war with the Titans, they put them to sleep or whatnot. But whatever they did caused the connection between the Titans and dwarves be cut, or at least blocked. Fascinating stuff. This is just a whole bunch of lore dumping going on right now.
Have you created what we need?
With this, the proper ritual will sunder every Titan from its spirit.
But you must know those severed dreams will certainly be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger. It is awful what we're doing.
And the only way to end this war.
Oh God, they created the blight by sundering the spirit.
Solus made the weapon that killed the Titans. No, not killed. He cut away their dreams and left them broken and mindless. He passed me in the halls of Skyhold for a year. He made polite conversation, and he knew. He knew what he did.
This is horrible. So the Titans aren't dead, but by driving them mad, did that unleash light somehow? I thought it was a dead Titan that might have released the blight. Might have to reconsider that now. Because they used the word blight when they said the spirits were sundered.
Lace, what my people did to yours, that's unforgivable.
You don't need to apologize.
Well, someone should.
Our leaders attacked the Titans for their lyrium. Then, when the war turned against the elves, our leaders did this.
And when the war was over, they enslaved your ancestors. No. Solus, Mythal, and Elgarnon are the ones who need to apologize.
To do such a thing. No wonder regret eats away at Solus.
No, it's worse than that. That isn't what Solus regrets. Those severed dreams will be driven mad. A disembodied blight of pain and anger.
Mierda.
You can't. That's not possible.
When a warden hears the calling, it's like a song in their mind. Sound familiar to you, Lace?
The song of Lyrium. Of the Titans.
We think of the Blight as this monstrous force with no mercy, no compassion. Evil incarnate. Instead, it's a caged animal. Mistreated and imprisoned for centuries. Until all it knows is fear.
Darkspawn are just an extension, right? The blight, the madness, a way to express or communicate what's happening to them. I think this is the most important answer. Can we fix it?
If the blight is the Titan's dreams, can we, I don't know, heal it? Bring it back from all that anger?
I'm afraid I have no idea. In theory, it would be possible to restore dreams to the Titans.
You can't set it free before it's healed. You'd have blighted Titans laying waste to the entire world.
The Titans are a problem for later. We have Elgarnon and Gillenane to deal with now.
And then I want Solus to look me in the eye and answer for what he did.
Each of these memories has been a deeper regret, and almost all of them involve Mythal.
Only one mural left to uncover by my count. If we find it, we'll see what's worse than this.
Yep. Do I really want to discover more? I was hoping for Solus to succeed in what he was doing right now, but all he's doing is putting a bandage over a wound that he created. Yeesh. Now this is the type of storytelling lore that's actually gripping right now in this game. All these hours of playing have led to this moment. So I'm presuming this game will deal with Elgarnon and Gillenane. Possibly Solus, maybe some or all of the Diviners at the end, but then the next sequence in the games to come would probably deal with the Titans and getting them their dreams back. Actually purifying the dreams first, somehow. So Anaris was another spirit possibly, right? The forgotten one, warring with the elves. Vanished. Could he be a Titan? We heard that there was pain in his voice, right? When we picked up the half circles. An untold pain for what was done. Would Anaris be a Titan? Possibly, maybe. Maybe not.
I knew that you would find me soon enough. You need the power of a god, the strength that I alone still carry.
The blighted Evanuris will soon break free from their prison. I must make a stronger one that can contain them.
While the prison is important, it is not the only goal you seek.
Why should I not tear down the veil and bring back immortality to all the Elven people? They deserve it.
The Elven people of today do not deserve to see the world they love be torn apart to salve your conscience.
I must fix what I have broken. I am sorry.
As am I, old friend.
That's when he killed her.
Solus killed Mythal? After all that? Is this another memory from a different time?
No. He wore that same outfit in the Inquisition. We knew Solus woke up in this world without most of his power. Now we know how he got it back.
By killing the only other god around and stealing her power.
All that epic magic and godly power. In the end, it comes down to love and murder. Same as always.
Now that we're getting this information, he needs to be right? He wants things to be. He wants it to be that he's right. For his conscience. But it's also true that he actually did love and blamed her. At the same time. Let's go for this.
Every big mistake Solus made is tied to Mythal. He sacrificed his life as a spirit to join her.
He sacrificed his morals when he created the dagger to stop the Titans.
When the other gods struck her down, he destroyed the Elven Empire to avenge her.
Then he wakes up in this world, where everything's gone but his mistakes. And there she is, alive.
And after all he's done, she sides against him again.
All these mistakes are his fault. And hers too. If she won't help him fix the world, of course he has to kill her.
So, how does everything we know help us now?
He's being honest about fighting the Blight. Whatever happens, he won't risk letting it back out into the world.
Agreed. But he has a plan to escape that prison, and not one we'll like.
He turned on Mythal, the one person he was actually loyal to. There's no way he won't turn on us.
He's a spirit, or was once. He might be able to possess someone, affect minds, all the things spirits do.
He created the veil. His very nature is tied to it. That will be a source of strength, but also a potential weakness.
Mythal has him all messed up. Anything about her or Elgernon is gonna make him angry. Sloppy.
Solus thinks he knows what's best for everyone. Anything he does, he'll do while telling himself he's the hero.
Solus has caused a lot of damage, but he's not like Elgernon, trying to wreck the world to rule it. He's trying to repair the damage he caused, and he knows he made mistakes. There might be hope for him.
You don't think he'll turn on us?
No, he's totally gonna turn on us. I mean, after that.
You have witnessed the Protector's tale, Dweller, almost to its end.
Almost? How can there be more?
When the mighty fall, their echoes cross the ages. An audience is warranted. Speak with your visitor. She awaits you in the crossroads.
Mythal? Is she the visitor? Is she still somehow... Oh, Morrigan. Methal's daughter, technically. Guys, you have no idea how good this was. No idea how good this was. So many questions answered, explained, no teasing. There's still a lot left to discover. More about the Forgotten Ones, for instance. More about the... do we need to know more about the Titans? Yes. More about Anaris, exactly who or what he is. Lots of confirmations. Tremendous work. Tremendous work. Now I'm excited for what happens next. So we will find out who our visitor... Well, we'll meet up with Morrigan in the crossroads. Tomorrow, when we come back between 11 to 12:30 PM UK time. Leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger. And a lot to chew on. A lot to chew on. My head is still going through what we just learned. I think things are gonna now start to pick up. This feels like a... Oh, maybe I should not be too hyped up. I think like the game eased us into this situation. Now everything's just gonna start... Like the dominoes start falling into place. Things will get a lot more exciting story-wise. Fingers crossed. Anywho, it's like 3 in the morning, time to say goodnight for now. We'll be back tomorrow between 11 to 12:30 PM UK time, as usual. Have a good Friday, or whatever day it is that you're watching this. And thank you so much for joining us, and please join us tomorrow. Can't wait to see what we come across next. Sounds good? Sounds good. Join us for tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Adios. Good night, good night, good night.